Apex Legends has released a mobile version of their platform. What would you call it?
The game.
Game of their game.
What was its original platform?
It came out on PC and consoles.
So it was a regular console PC release.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it's
And,
been out for 2-3 years now.
I have played it on PS5 a handful of times, just with some buddies.
Where were we?
GeForce Now is the only time I ever messed with
That's
it.
where
Yeah,
we
I
were
go
playing
to the
it,
shooting
yeah.
range just to see how frame rates run.
But I
And I'm
remember
like, okay.
playing it and being like, this is really fun. Like, this could be a game that I could enjoy playing. I'm not a console guy. I'm not going to go buy a PS5. But
Right.
if I did, like, that would be a game I would definitely set and play.
Right.
But now we have a mobile version.
Mobile. Oh, it's so good, too. It's
And
so good.
we thought for just a moment that you were going to be able to install it on a Chromebook.
I did install it on a Chromebook.
Oh, you got it? Yeah. Okay, because they
worked.
did the emulator thing.
Yeah, so the Acer 514 worked because that device has a chipset that isn't widely, it's not even available at all yet. So
Right.
I'm guessing developers just haven't, marked the box and, in the Play Store that says, hey, if this, don't show this game.
Yeah,
so it showed up.
Yeah,
and I could install
in the
it.
Play Store they can whitelist whatever, but if it's an unknown chipset, so according to the Play Store, that chip's probably unknown. So that most developers probably have their games set to say if unknown, no worky, or emulate or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not sure, and it doesn't matter. Like the problem persists that the first step is it's not installable for most Chromebooks right now, and there are plenty of Chromebooks that could run it probably pretty well, especially ARM-driven Chromebooks. I'm sure could do great with it. Stuff like we got the Duet 3.
Oh man,
coming tomorrow. We should have it in to get our actual unboxing of the production level
that
unit.
game on the Duet 3 would be
It would run
so saucy.
It would run like butter on the Acer 513 that we just did our unboxing on today. Guarantee it. And the fact that
companion chip in
it doesn't even show up.
Yeah.
Like it's not even an option. And so even on the device I got it running on, eventually once you get loaded in, you can tell things are moving nice and smooth. And then it's like, oh, it looks like you're running an emulator. So you can't play. And PUBG would go through rounds of that. Like sometimes it would show up that way, and then sometimes it wouldn't. And sometimes it'd be like you're playing with an emulator. You'll be in a spot with other people with emulators, and then it wouldn't do it. And then it's like, okay, somebody commented on Twitter, well, Android is running in an emulator. No, Android's not running in an emulator. The full runtime is running. It's the entire Android framework in a container on a Chromebook. So that argument is not good. So it's not an emulation. This is Android is running on this Chromebook. And for some reason, they've chosen to say, hey, if you see this set of whatever it is that's identifying it as a Chromebook running the app, mark it as an emulator. And Apex isn't like, hey, I'll put you in here with other emulators. It's see ya, you can't play.
Yeah, and Google's really, really pushed developers, but they need to figure out whatever that magic bullet is to get developers on board with.
Pay attention.
Just hey, you need to make sure your game, if it's playable on a Chromebook, let it be played on a Chromebook.
Yeah, because Apex Legends Mobile comes with controller support out of the box, by the way, so you can pair a controller and play with like an Xbox controller. So there's literally no difference. If it runs well on a Chromebook, pair the controller up and play with a controller if that's what you want to do. You don't have a touchscreen? Cool. You can pair a controller up. Yeah, I'm not saying enable keyboard mouse controls. I get that unbalances games and causes all sorts of problems. I'm not saying that at all. But also, let's state the obvious that there's plenty of Chromebooks that are convertible or detachable that have touchscreens and processors that can run this game just fine. Why can't I run it on there? Like, I don't understand. What's it going to hurt? If I'm using a touchscreen control in a gyroscope, to tilt my big Chromebook around and I want to play it on this, why? I have no advantage over someone playing on a phone.
I mean, you can play Apex on that, right? The Microsoft device over there.
The full size.
Yeah, the full
game.
size one. So, I mean,
you're not going to be able to play Apex Legends or mobile.
Right, but that's what I'm saying is like...
And I
just don't understand why it's just not a matter of, hey, obviously a Core i7 Chromebook is going to be able to handle Apex Mobile. Just let it do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I don't understand it. We put an article out about the whole thing, and
it's kind of like what we talked about with Steam. I was kind of torn on Steam. Like, should they allow it on all devices, this, that, whatever? But, you shouldn't buy a $150 Chromebook and expect to have a good gaming experience.
Right, and it's the same thing. Like, that's fine if you want to say, hey, Jasper Lake Chromebooks, your device isn't supported. Cool. Support some of them. Support the ones that will work. Like, the whole thing, like, you're running an emulator, like, that's not even accurate. Like, they'd be like, you're trying to run this on a steamboat. You can't. Like, it's what you're saying. The reason I can't run this game isn't even accurate. So if you said, hey, we don't want it running on Chromebooks, cool. Care explaining why?
Right.
Like, what advantage? Like, is it going to mess something up if someone plays on a Chromebook?
Right.
Now, if they had keyboard and mouse support,
that's different.
I get it. That changes the dynamic. Like, most players don't want to play keyboard and mouse versus controller.
Right.
They don't. And so
just don't enable the keyboard and mouse,
or put them in different pools if that's what you want to do. Like, Fortnite handles this just fine. And so I'm like, there are multiple ways to get around this without just going, nah, not going to be playable on a Chromebook, even though that Chromebook's perfectly capable of running the game.
Yeah.
So
especially these, like you said, these ARM powered devices, these tablet devices that would be perfect for this.
Yeah,
or convertibles. Yeah.
And granted, I don't want to pick up like that 513 we just unboxed today. I don't really want to play Apex.
Yeah, it'd be a little unwieldy, but
my battery's running low on my phone, and I need we're going to play a match, and I set up one of my control schemes that get on my controls kind of to the corners. But why not?
Or pair
or the Duet 3 would be amazing.
Right. Well, I mean, the Duet 5, I took it home the other day just to. We've had it in the office for months. I've never actually used it, and over the weekend we played, and I was like, oh no, I can't. Never mind.
No, but you can install PUBG on it fine. You can install New State's only working on certain ones that it's not got. So PUBG New State does the same thing. So I'm not. Just
how are the graphics settings?
On
if you install PUBG on the Duet 5 or whatever,
well, here's the fun thing.
Is it giving you full graphics and stuff?
Regular PUBG does like a middle ground on the new Duet. On the old Duet, which had a very slow processor, PUBG had very low settings at first, but clearly at some point they were like, cool, we're going to give this the thumbs up and allow it to go as high as it's probably capable of. You could go up to like the HDR graphics settings and almost the highest frame rate, do most of the cool graphics things with it, and it still runs decently well for a little tablet. But you can take all of these devices and put Call of Duty on them.
Oh yeah,
and play that game and realize, they're all capable of running these games.
Yeah, what was the other one you used to test with all the time? Modern Combat.
Modern Combat, and it always runs and works on all these games, on all these Chromebooks too. And so it's you're deciding to make this not work. It's not like, oops, we didn't know. No, you knew, and you're choosing not to do it. And I don't understand. I just don't understand why. I don't understand. If it was skewing something with the competitiveness, fine. If you think it's not going to run well, again, do your homework real quick and just say, hey, only these processors, and then move on. I just don't get it. It's super frustrating.
Well,
it doesn't make any sense to me.
As hot of a seller as the original Duet was, maybe this Duet 3 will come out and sell a bunch, and there will be a lot of people saying, hey, I want to play some mobile games on this, especially Apex Mobile, because it's awesome.
Yeah. A tablet this size would be perfect.
And we do have more tablets coming out. You have that, and you have Acer. It's an EDU device, but it's coming out with the second gen Snapdragon.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure we'll see more. It won't be long. Asus will probably have one. And I mean, hopefully the market gets We've never had a year where we had multiple tablets come out.
And we still don't have any eyes on a 828. Like, I think an 828 tablet would be great.
Yeah, for sure.
The Companion 828 that's in that one Acer is great. But yeah, an 828 or the Companion 1380 that's in this 513, like either one of those in a tablet, oh man,
be saucy.
It would be so great.
I
think the Snapdragon Gen 3, the Gen 3 7C Plus Gen 3, is what they're calling it. Whenever it comes out, it's probably going to be pretty awesome too.
Yeah.
From the looks of what the upgrade is going to be much bigger than the Gen 2 was. So in fact, it's going to be another one that could be awesome in tablets.